Let me begin by bringing in some sense of guilt within you and telling you how much growth your money has missed over in some past years, precisely 3 decades. Your small investment of just rupees 600 back in the index funds would have become over 40,000 rupees today, a whopping sum of 40,000 rupees today. Magic, right? 600% in 31 years. It's around 30% return on average. It is the same magic that Warren Buffett used to convert each dollar into thousands of dollars today. So have you missed the growth anywhere? Actually not. India is a growing country, a developing country, and along with the growth of India, your money too can grow further. So hi everyone, I am Varun Matlani, an international author, a speaker, and stock market speculator and blogger. So today I am going to talk about this magic of compounding interest and how you can use it to multiply your money and your tool to actually compound your money. The thing about actually compounding your money, compounding interest is, if you don't understand it, you pay it. If you understand it, you earn it. Before we begin talking on investments, understanding one thing is really very crucial. Investment is not your choice. Investment is not optional, because if your money doesn't upgrade, it downgrades. And this all is due to one big economic monster: inflation. As described by Milton Friedman, inflation is taxation without legislation. For instance, an aggregate of 5 to 6% inflation will take away your purchasing power parity at a rate which banks won't be available to match. For instance, if you have a 10 rupee note in your pocket right now, if the government wants to tax it, they have to pass legislation, and you will come to know that your 10 rupees is going to be taken away. Some part of it is going to be taken away. But inflation is a monster which won't even let you know that your 10 rupees is gone, and next decade the purchasing power parity will be much lower than that is today. That is the inflation rate of India. Humongous, right? Next reason is your future positive aspect. If you think the automotive sector, the cars will be selling more in the future, you cannot open a Maruti or Mahindra, right? But you can become the part of this economic progress by actually investing in the stocks of Maruti and Mahindra and becoming shareholders of such companies. The third reason is Chanakya's philosophy of wealth creation. What is this? He says there are 4 steps to wealth creation: wealth identification, wealth creation, wealth management, and wealth distribution. Wealth management is the step where you can make your money work and actually become wealthier than what you are today. So, now let us begin by talking of Indian markets and how I see them. I see Indian markets completely taken away by psychology, fear and greed of retail investors and big investment houses. Our markets are much taken away by rumors than news. A best instance of this is Kotak Mahindra Bank merging with merging with Axis, a rumor. Kotak being bought by Warren Buffett, another rumor. But these all make the best days of bank in nearly a decade. So how do you be safe? First thing is to understand your forte and aim accordingly. If you don't understand something, don't actually buy it in the stock market. The next thing is, just if you aim, depending upon your actual risk-taking capacity, you can make 0.5 to 1% daily. That will become 240% a year, and that is double amount of your money. There are some stocks, lines, future growth. All of these would continue to grow further, but not with much interest, because you have already missed the time. But 5,000 stocks are listed on the BSE and NSE stock indexes. What does this mean? There are many hidden gems in our stock market. Identifying one can give you hope in returns. If you just see one example from the Indian stock market stalwart, Dr. Vijay Kedia, he invested when this stock, ACC Limited, was just 200 rupees. Today, each stock is worth more than 1,500 rupees. So, how do we identify such hidden stocks in the stock market? This is a small procedure which I have made. You see the future business potential, but again based on your actual forte. The low debt level, a good performance history, the expansion and EPS versus growth. If you can figure out all these things which are pretty simple to do with the new age softwares and everything, you can actually find out the hidden gems in the market. Now the thing is, today we and you are talking over here, we are all here, but the market is running in its full speed. So how do we people actually invest? Either it be students or professionals. The thing is, the strategy to do this is the index funds. Your money grows along with the index fund, that is the economic barometer of the nation. So your money grows as the nation grows. Now, I would like to tell you something that J.K. Rowling states. Don't take the biggest risk of not taking any risk. The next thing is what Chanakya states, what Warren Buffett states, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will continue to work for your entire life. So the choice is yours. And the last thing, what Chanakya states is, think carefully, you speak what you think. Speak carefully, you do what you speak. So it is my request to all the professionals, all the parents over here, to speak about money growth, about investment to your children, and if your children, speak to your parents about it. And the last thing to sum it all of it, money wise, be wise. Thank you, have a great day.